Hello guys and welcome back. In the previous lecture, I have provided a detailed introduction on SQL. SQL, or Structured Query Language, is a standardized programming language that we use it for managing and manipulating relational databases. SQL allows users to create, read, update, and delete data efficiently, making it essential for applications ranging from small-scale projects to enterprise systems. SQL provides a straightforward way to interact with databases through queries, enable tasks like retrieving specific records, joining tables, or aggregating data. As we begin this lecture on installing Microsoft SQL Server, understanding SQL's role as the backbone of database operations will set the stage for leveraging its power in a robust platform like MS SQL Server. Now, let's get practical and talk about installing SQL. For this lecture, we are focusing on Microsoft SQL Server, a popular RDBMS. You can download SQL Server from Microsoft website server. So just we go to Google and we write here download MS SQL Server. And in here, we will go to this address, and here we will go and we will install developer. You can go for Express Edition or Developer Edition. This Developer Edition we will use. It's free and ideal for learning and testing. Let's walk through the installation process to get you started with hands-on on SQL Server. So we will click on here and download started. Once the file has been downloaded, we can click on it and start installation. We will see installation option shown here. There are three choices: basic, custom, and download media. The basic installation is quick and install the SQL Server database engine with default setting. This is perfect for beginners who want to get started fast. The custom installation lets you choose specific components and configure settings, which is great for advanced users but takes longer. And this download media allows you to save the setup files for later installation. This is useful if you are setting up multiple machines. For most of you, I recommend starting with the basic installation to keep things simple. Let's see what happens next. So in here, we can study these Microsoft SQL Server license terms. And if you agree, you can click on accept. Then we can select where to install this SQL. And here is the minimum free space that needed. And download size is this one, so we can install. It may take few minutes depending on your system. Congratulations, you have installed SQL Server. The installation has completed successfully as shown here. But to interact with your database, you need a user-friendly tool called SQL Server Management Studio, or SSMS. This SSMS is a graphical interface that makes it easy to write queries, manage databases, and explore your data. It's included with SQL Server and it can be installed during or after the main setup. So once installed, you are ready to connect to your SQL Server instances and start exploring. So we can click here and install this one as well. So we click on here and we click on here. So once it has been downloaded, you can select the location, then you can click on install. Here it shows that all specified components have been installed successfully, so we can close it. Once you have finished the installation, you may restart your computer. Then you go to Start and search for SSMS. Then you can see SQL Server Management Studio and you click on here. Now that SQL Server and SSMS are installed, let's connect to our database. The first time you launch it, you will see Connect to Server here. If it does not appear, you can open it manually by opening to Object Explorer, and you can click on Connect and selecting Database Engine. So by default, this one is okay. So if you see this error here, simply you can click on this one, Trust Server Certificate, and you click on Connect. Then you will be in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So once you see this ready here, it means you set up everything fine and you are ready to start. We can have many databases here, and by default there are some here. So any database that is here, it means this is an active database and you can work with it. Here you can see this is the server that we are connecting. Here we can add databases like new database. We can add it here. We can select a name here, for example, university database, and I will add it here. So you can see university database is here. But now still I'm in master database. So if I want to code for my university database, I need to select university database from here. I want to create one table in university database. So right click on here and add new query, right? I must see university database here. If, for example, if it is master, it means I'm not coding with university database. Create table, and I will call it as instructor. Then how many kind of attribute do I have here? So in here, I have, for example, ID, and the type of ID is integer. It should be not null, and it is primary key, right? Then I also have name, and name is a kind of envarchar. Later I will explain what is envarchar, and the maximum length is 50, and also it should be not null, right? And also I can have department, for example, and the same here, right? So this way I can create my table, then I select it and I will execute. You can see here command completed successfully. Then I can see my table, so I can say select all from instructor. You can see instructor is here. I select it, I can click on execute or simply press F5. You can see ID, name, and department is here, but I don't have any data in here. Next, I can add data to my table, insert into instructor, right? So I have to list the attribute that I want to add and the values. So what are the attributes? The attributes are ID. You can see here ID. The next one is name, and the next one is department, right? That's all. So these are the attributes that I want to update. Then I need to add values here. For example, value 1, Professor Lee, and also the department is computer science and engineering. I select this one and execute. You can see one row affected. Then if again I execute this code, then you can see here Lee CSE has been added here. So in the next lecture, we will study more details about how to work with SQL Server. Please install SQL Server and feel free to ask me if you have any questions by leaving a comment below this video lecture. Thank you and see you in the next lecture about the basics of SQL.